Today I'm making a Bisquick impossible pie. If you're unfamiliar with impossible pies, basically it's a pie that forms its own crust, which is amazing. I don't love making pie crusts, so this prospect is very attractive to me. Impossible pies come in a lot of different forms. You can do savory or sweet. I'm going savory today with my bacon impossible pie. I think this is going to be sort of like a quiche, so this could be great for a breakfast meal prep. I will have the full recipe in the description down below. So I'm gonna start by chopping up my bacon. I went ahead and cooked this ahead of time until it's crispy, and then just put it in the refrigerator. It is a lot of bacon. Once the bacon is all chopped, I have to put that in a greased pie dish. The recipe says 10 inches. This is 9.5 inches, so we'll see. And I just want to spread that evenly in the pie dish. Next, I have 1 cup of shredded Swiss cheese. Again, just put that evenly on top of the bacon, like that. I'm gonna set this aside and move on to the rest of my ingredients. And that is 1/3 cup of grated onion. Hello. You can use chopped onion, but as I've mentioned before, I don't love big pieces of crunchy onion, so I like to grate it, and it just kind of like leaves the flavor behind, but makes those pieces a lot smaller. 2 cups of milk, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. I have 4 eggs in here. And the magic ingredient, 1 cup of Bisquick baking mix, a brand new box. And I always make a mess when I'm measuring Bisquick. Never fails. Right in there with the rest of our ingredients. You can mix this in a blender for 15 seconds. I didn't want to get the blender out and dirty it and then have to clean it up, so I'm just gonna do this by hand. And it says to mix this for about a minute. And then everything's nicely incorporated. So now this liquid has to go into this pie dish. If there's ever a time when you are feeling a little bit nervous about something spilling over into the oven, just put it on a sheet pan. If this should bake over and spill, it's a lot easier to clean that excess off of a sheet pan than it is off of the bottom of your oven. Pour that on top. Wow, I think we're gonna be okay. So now I have to bake this in a 400-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes. Will you look at that toasty, browned goodness? Looks so good. It smells so good. The kitchen smells absolutely amazing. Before I cut into this, I forgot to mention my friend Jim over at Jim's Kitchen has done tons of videos on impossible pies. He has an entire playlist. He calls them Jim Possible Pies. So I will go ahead and link that playlist in the description down below if you are interested in learning more about savory, sweet, all kinds of impossible pies. And if you like my channel, I think you would really like his channel. Let's try and cut into this. I'm gonna eat this for lunch and I am super excited about it. I see a little cross section of bacon and some cheese. Smells awesome. I can smell that bacon. I can smell the, like, there's no butter in it, but it smells kind of buttery. So let's take a bite. That is so good. I think it's great as is, but part of me wants to add a little bit of green onion. I could see that being like over the moon excellent for this. So this was a super easy dish. It really came together very quickly. And I think this would be great for a breakfast, a brunch, a nice light lunch, pretty much anything. And there are so many possibilities when it comes to impossible pies. I've seen cheeseburger pie, taco pie, lasagna pie. I don't know if they're called impossible pies because they're impossible to mess up or they do the impossible and make their own crust. I think you should take that either way, any way that you want. If you happen to love recipes from vintage ads, I have an entire playlist and I will link it in the description down below. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love making videos about food, vintage cookbooks, and retro recipes. So if you know someone else who loves those things, please share this video with them. It really does help my channel grow by reaching a larger audience. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.